up, everybody? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 673. And this was a chapter, if this wasn't a chapter right here, getting the ending where you get the cliffhanger, where you see the troll of all trolls in One Piece. You see Doflamingo just smiling, right? Dude got the shades and shit on because Law is saying like, hey, this guy Joker that you're hearing about, Luffy, the one you're asking about, yeah, he's known all across the world as Doflamingo. And the fact that he has a plan this great, okay, this great, and he's working for somebody. He's working for somebody because the whole thing with Gecko, Moria, all the way at the end of Marineford, when he says, "Oh, well, you lost. We can just make it look like an accident." Now we got this shit going on, where we find out that basically Vergo, the Vice Admiral, he's been acting all under Doflamingo's word. And this is absolutely nuts. It's like this is a huge plot thread. What the fuck is going on? Why the hell is Doflamingo taking that much interest in everything that's going on? Like, let me know if I got that correct. Like, what's the end game for this? What is he trying to plot? Don't tell me what he's trying to plot, obviously, but this is interesting. You know, like, one of my partners, you know, the one that kept trying to get me into One Piece for the longest, it was like, man, you've been reading Naruto for a long ass time, dude. Like, you even think about picking up Bleach. I'm telling you, you're going to love Doflamingo. Never heard anything, right? Never heard anything. Then I started reading Bleach, started getting caught up. He was like, oh, you love Aizen? I'm telling you, you are going to love Doflamingo. You're going to love this dude. Man, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I put off One Piece, long-time subs, you know the story. I didn't really get into it because I don't like pirate stories, and I saw the artwork and I was like, I ain't really fucking with this. It's because I was so caught up on Kishimoto's work at the time. And so I say all that to say, I got a high bar when it comes to Doflamingo. And the fact that it looks like Oda is setting this guy up to be a long-term villain, this is great. And the reason I say long-term villain, I don't see Luffy taking this dude out like in the next 100 chapters. He's one of the fucking warlords. Now, granted, we did see Crocodile defeated by Luffy, but at the same time, there was a gradual build-up to it. I think the Straw Hats made it to Whiskey Peak like around chapter 101, 2, 3, somewhere there. It wasn't that far past when they get to the Grand Line. And so, given the fact that you have that, right, and then everything in Alabasta, it just feels like this is going to be a slow burn towards Doflamingo, and yet at the same time, Law and Luffy, they have plans to take out one of the four emperors in the New World. And so this is my thing, right? Why would Oda be teasing Doflamingo if they're going for one of the emperors? Is this going to be something like Fishman Island where Luffy gets a tease for something and then there's another side adventure? Is this going to lead to the Doflamingo interaction? Because this is a huge plot thread right here. The fact that Doflamingo has been operating from behind the scenes in this manner, and the whole thing that you have a vice admiral who's working, and now Smoker, if he doesn't get killed, Smoker is going to be able to report that back to the Navy headquarters, and even Tashigi is just completely mind blown. And this is what's interesting, right? Like, you're seeing Tashigi understand that everything ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It isn't always as black and white as you think. And it's so ironic that I get to say that, given the fact that when the chapter opens up, all the people are saying, yeah, well, why aren't you looking for our kids? Our kids are missing. Please help us. You're the Navy. You're the good guys. And yet you have fucking pirates like Nami who are trying to help out and get these kids back home. And so this is so ironic. The people are asking the wrong person, and yet in the Navy, you still have people with good intentions like Tashigi, and yet when I look at her, I see someone who is still naive to the way that things work. And I like the fact that we're seeing her grow up in the same way that we're seeing a character like Chopper grow up. Because when we first got introduced to Tashigi, she's doing the whole thing with the glasses. And you know, at the time I was misreading it, I was like, man, Zoro's getting tongue-tied and everything. This is so fucking crazy, dude. You should have just made a move on it. Like, obviously, you know where my head was at the time when I'm kind of reading that, man. I was in the transition period or whatnot. You know, I don't want to break up and get ready to transition into something else. I mean, that's how you kind of get some of those, you know, fucked up lines there. But so if you go back and watch some of those reviews, like outside of the fact that I had like a fucking booted cast and I was on some fucking painkillers and everything. Outside of that, like you can pick up on little small stuff. But this is what's interesting, right? This is what's interesting. We see Tashigi growing up just like we see Chopper grow, as well as characters like Luffy who are understanding, yes, this is an adventure. We're going to have a lot of fun. And yet, holy shit, there's a lot of corruption. And so, in a way, it makes me wonder, given the fact that Luffy is the grandson of somebody like Garp, I wonder if Luffy didn't hear some other stuff about what goes on in the Navy where he was just like, yeah, fuck this shit. I ain't doing that. I'm going to be a fucking pirate. They're not any worse than you. And that's something I love about what Oda does in One Piece is Oda continues to play with the moral gray stuff. He makes you challenge your perception of who's a bad guy and who's really good. And so I want to take this as an opportunity to kind of transition over into another part of the chapter, which is when you have Usopp and Nami where they're trying to control those kids and like they're just getting more and more rambunctious, and you see the just the signs of addiction there, and they're getting to a point where they can't really control them, they can't contain them, and you got Usopp saying, this was funny as hell by the way, but Usopp's like, Sanji, and Nami's like, I'm fucking Nami, you idiot, and then Usopp says, huh, oh, you look like you'd be useful, and that, man, I'm telling you, man, that broke my heart, man. It didn't like the whole Nami, Nico, Robin trolling, it isn't that, but you guys know, like, especially longtime viewers, you guys know, I love strong female characters, and one of the things that I like, it isn't just necessarily you gotta be big, bad, and strong, and big battles, but just emotionally and everything. And what I'm not really caring so much for is I'm starting to see like a pattern. It's just like Nami's starting to downslide a little bit, and I don't like that. You know, I'd be okay if she took like the Karu role, where if you look at Rurouni Kenshin, like Karu, yeah, she wasn't as strong as Kenshin, but when a fight threw down, she got in there. Especially early on, she got in there. She threw some fights when they went to Kyoto. One of the things you saw was like she had a wooden staff, but the girl was fighting and she was knocking some dudes out. She was holding her own. I know Nami has some moments where she goes through the fights and everything, but you didn't see Karu at the point where she's a damsel in distress and she's a weighted ball and chain in every single arc. In the final arc, yes, Kenshin thinks she got killed, and you know, small spoiler warning, I guess. But I mean, the manga's old as fuck. But which is ironic because I'm reviewing a manga that's old as fuck from the beginning. I didn't think of that. Holy shit! Now some of you guys feel now. So I understand how Oda can go this route. Okay, I totally get it. But at the same time, I'm like, fuck, man. Even Nico Robin, like Nico Robin, at least she was able to take it on. This sounds so fucking dirty. Even Nico Robin was able to take it on the chin a little bit. Like, she was just like, okay, you know what? We're all in the cell right now. We're essentially fucked. But hey, Luffy, now I know how you felt when we had you in the cell. And Luffy's like, oh, yo, that's my bitch right there. Yeah, you guys had us in the cell back in Alabasta. Hey, Smokey, this is pretty cool, isn't it? And Smoker, you can tell Smoker's just like, I'm surrounded by idiots right now. But what's really cool is the fact that even in that serious moment, Luffy and Robin, in that moment, like the banter back and forth was there, and you just see them at that point where they're injecting the humor. And in the back of one of their minds, I don't know if it's Robin, it's probably Robin, because Luffy's probably just thinking, oh, she said something about a hamburger. Holy fuck, I'm hungry. Like, that's just how Luffy's brain's wired. In the back of Robin's mind, she's probably thinking like, when I get this shit off of me, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up so many different ways. And I mean, again, she's got the flower fruit, so it's possible that she could do it. So this was really good just to see that banter and how the build up for that was. Now, the other thing that I thought was pretty interesting is the fact that you got this dude Caesar just showing up like a straight drug kingpin. Like, excuse me, Caesar showing up like, oh shit, come here, kids. Yeah, I got that good shit. Like, Caesar is just showing up like that dude that you don't want to buy any weed from. Like that's that one dude like, yeah, I'm straight, dog. I don't want none of that shit. You might have put some of everything. You might have put some bleach in this shit. Like, of course, if you smoke some weed that got some bleach in it, you probably deserve whatever the fuck happened to you. Man, let me cut this shit out, man. I know some of you guys are a bit on the younger side, right? I don't want to promote anything that, you know, whatever, right? But I mean, fuck, you know, I know some of you guys are. Anyway, so I say all that to say, man, like, I like what Oda did in this chapter, right? I like what he did. I didn't particularly care for the Sanji and Zoro little banter where Zoro's just like, yeah, I'm headed to the lab. You guys figure this shit out. And Sanji's like, if you're going to lab, we're going to lab too. And you got the whole thing, the slime multiplying. I didn't really care for that. I know Oda's setting that up for something, but I was more drawn in by the character interactions, particularly when the Straw Hats, the few Straw Hats who are in the cell, I like that. I thought that was pretty interesting, especially when you see Tashigi's reaction. And I just got to say on a side note, right, because of the body switches and everything, it's probably will cross a line. So, you know, if you get offended easily, I'm just going to make this remark and I'm going to do the chapter question, and that's probably going to be offensive as well. So I thank you for watching. Click off the video now. So for those of you who are still here, right? So I'm looking at Smoker, and Smoker got everything out, right? You know, he's in Tashigi's body, and I'm going, you know what? If you were in the One Piece universe, right, and you saw that, you first of all, I mean, Tashigi smoking and all types of shit now, right? I don't do smokers, but Tashigi smoking a long ass cigar and everything, probably drinking and all types of shit. That is a trap if there was ever a trap. Like, that is a better trap than what Haku was in Naruto. Like, I remember I first saw that, I was like, oh shit, Naruto, okay, he's about to Shadow Clone gangbang and cream pie Haku. That's pretty cool. Holy shit, Haku is a guy. Oh my god, I didn't see that shit coming. Same thing here. It's just like, holy fuck, I keep looking, and it's the Sanji and the Nami thing. I'm like, oh shit. Wow. Law's fruit can fuck with some people. Like, if Law was a real character, I mean, not a real character, but like a real person, Law would make a fucking killing. Everybody's just changing body parts and genders and all types of shit now, man. Like, Law would make a killing in the real world. Like, holy fuck. So my chapter questioning you guys is, on the real, right? On the real. If you were a character in the One Piece universe, and like the Surgeon of Death, Law, had done all this, and you saw Nami, and you saw Nami, basically Sanji, and you saw Smoker in Tashigi's body at a bar, would you fall for that trap, or would you be able to pick up on something right away? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Have an